All right, ready?
Yeah.
Should I clap?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today is Monday, March 7th. Today's episode, we have an interview with Caleb Pressley.
Yes.
Talking about the Storm Chasers, where Rome was the last week.
It feels like I was gone, I've been gone longer than that.
Well, we recorded the last episode before you went.
Okay, so I haven't been gone longer than that.
A week and a half.
Bro, I'll be honest, bro, not on no gay shit, bro. I missed you guys. Actually,
I didn't.
A little bit on some gay shit.
I didn't.
Didn't what? I think you did, dude. You want me to read the texts?
There are no texts to read.
Please come back.
No, I said, because you don't reply to the Yak chat, and I said, are you going to be here tomorrow? Because I'm telling everyone you're going to be here tomorrow, and then we had a whole thing planned that we had to cancel.
Why are you telling everyone I was going to be there?
Because, we could pull up the tapes. You said, I'll be back at the end of next week, which you weren't.
Damn. Well, this is the only show.
On Saturday?
This is the only show I care about, bro. This is the only show that
so now it's kind of stressing me out because I feel like I'm working with a liar.
I honestly have made not a New Year's resolution, but just like a personal resolution to not dupe you anymore, because I feel like the mistrust affects the show. When you don't believe me, when I tell you stuff and you don't believe me, I feel like it affects the show, and I blame myself for that.
For sure.
So I want you to know that I'm not gonna tell you Bill Clinton was an astronaut or whatever. I'm putting that shit to bed, dude. I'm not gonna fucking make up any crazy shit about any celebrities. I'm not gonna tell you people were baseball players. I'm not gonna tell you historical events happened in one country when in fact they were somewhere else. Yeah. I'm not going to do none of that shit.
Recommend me Hitler's book to read.
That could be formative.
And then I go download it on my Kindle, and you'll never imagine how surprised I was.
Furious. Wait, what the fuck? How deep did you get into Mein Kampf when you
I finished it.
You did?
Yeah. Read the whole thing.
On
tape? It's weird that Amazon gave you a gift card for reading it.
I know.
Yeah,
it was free.
I didn't know that they were that Nazi-ish over there. But I'm done lying to you. So hopefully this is my olive branch to rebuild the trust.
Awesome.
Because I want to make this show as bigger as possible.
All right, sounds good.
And I think that we should start having guests on. I know we say that every week, but today we will have one on, and we'll start to have more.
Today, we basically were you're hearing this after we've basically recorded the entire episode.
Yeah, we talked to Caleb
for an hour,
and it was we were only planned. I was like, we'll talk.
We were gonna talk for 10 minutes, and it went for an hour.
Because that's just how the fucking conversation flows.
Shit was just flowing,
dad, bro.
But
boy, dad shit, bro. You know how the fuck it is, bro.
It was good. It's a good episode, so definitely check it out.
And you're in the middle of it, so you're listening to a good episode right now.
Yeah, it's really good.
Also, while we're at it, this fucking merch, bro.
Yeah, we got some St. Patrick's Day merch.
This shit is more than St. Patrick's Day to me, though. It's just a Son of a Boy Dad, but you don't need
No, yeah, you could wear that regularly, but you could also wear it on St. Patrick's Day.
It doesn't. There's nothing about it that says St. Patrick's Day.
No,
it's not like a "fuck me, I'm Irish" shirt or something like that.
We got the crew neck still in
which
stock.
We have.
Yeah, we do have a "fuck me, I'm Irish" shirt.
We do all do have that.
Which rules?
But those are back in stock.
Which took us a long time to come up with. And we're really happy with how it came out.
But is it "fuck me, I'm Irish" or "fuck me, I'm Irish"?
It's fuck.
Well, no, it's
Irish.
A play on words. It's both. It's like a double entendre, almost fuck me, I'm Irish.
It's like you could either be like an American who's celebrating St. Patrick's Day, or you could be like an Irish dude who's really disappointed in his
fuck
heritage.
Me, I'm Irish.
Yeah. Fuck me, I'm Irish, mate.
I think it was good till the mate.
Yeah, I don't know. Mate is Australian, right?
They might have mates all over the place, bro. There's something about the mates, dude.
Is that British?
I think that they just have mates everywhere. It is really, it is Australian, but Australian accents have been getting a little bit too much publicity recently.
Way too much.
The last episode, we talked briefly with Billy about the situation in the Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. What are we even supposed to say about it at this point? Is the obligation on us as podcasters to not make jokes about anything and really just focus on telling people what's going to happen in the Ukraine? Kind of breaking the news. I don't really know
much about it, so I can't really talk.
I feel like our job is to watch the news and just repeat it back as best we can.
Yeah, I was just home this weekend, and my parents were watching news about it 24/7.
Yeah.
and nothing would change. It would just be the same thing. And then they would like reword stuff that Putin said every single day from like the same speeches or interviews, and like they just rephrase it to make it look worse or different.
The bomb shelters look fun as fuck, though.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Everybody's just down there like singing and
They're having a
fucking.
blast.
They all have their phones and shit. People have soccer balls and shit like that.
That's a side of the war they don't want to show you.
It's like the fun part of the beginning of lockdown and
It is,
quarantine.
yeah.
It's like everyone's like playing video games and like
Yeah.
learning the guitar and shit
Yeah.
like that. It's like, oh, get me in a bomb shelter. That shit looks
Working
incredible.
out a lot at home.
Yeah, everyone's just doing like fucking clap push-ups and shit like that. Just getting super jacked on their own. So
Yeah.
like, respect to them for that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like everyone wants other people to have like an opinion on what's happening or like tell you what to do or what not to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
A lot of information just getting thrown out there, though. It's like I don't trust most of what I read on Twitter, and now I'm supposed to like form my opinion on like a geopolitical scale based
Yeah.
on like what I'm reading.
We have a buddy, James, who what does he do? He like finds disinformation
Yeah.
or misinformation.
He works for a startup that finds misinformation.
misinformation, and he said he was like, if this keeps going the way it's going, like I'm gonna be retired by the time I'm 30.
Because he's finding so much
Because
information.
apparently Russia's just like pumping out like thousands of videos with misinformation.
Does he get paid by the misinformation that he finds?
He's an equity boy.
Every single in misinformation, he
Yeah.
bought in early. To
Well, it was a pivot.
misinformation?
The company was for dating apps, and then a world war happened, and they were like, "Oh shit."
No way.
Yeah.
That's incredible, though.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
genius pivot by them.
I know.
What can we fucking pivot into, dude? Like, we need to find a way to like pivot into making this super profitable, like making masks or
Dude,
whatever.
Zelensky made more than Bella Thorne on OnlyFans
When?
this week.
Really?
Yeah, the president of Ukraine.
Is he
Really?
redistributing that wealth, or is that just some Russian misinformation? Because that does
Could
sound
be.
like
That
some
sounds
Russian, shit.
Is that Russian?
That sounds Russian. I saw that they're like shutting down like PayPal and shit in Russia.
Yeah.
They're
I
really
also-
fucking over the people of Russia
I know.
rather than just Putin.
I
You
saw
think
that they,
Putin gives a fuck about PayPal?
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't get paid
Oh,
anymore.
damn.
Yeah, there's no chance that he knows PayPal even exists.
Now.
Or like I saw that they took the Russian team off of FIFA on like fucking.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like what is that going to do? Like what is that going to like? Who are you punishing at that point? It's because it's not
They're
going to
just
be like
punishing the people of Russia. They're not punishing. Like, you really can't punish Putin.
yeah. His dick swings too
He's
much.
unpunishable.
Yeah, he's just swinging his dick around like with Rick. He just like kills who he wants to kill,
Exactly.
unless you kill him.
There's like a $1 million bounty on him, which is
Not enough.
Not even close to enough.
Not enough at all. Like Brandon Walker just made $1 million on his recent contract. He was doing fucking little
The current one on
cartwheels and jumps.
Joseph Kony, 17 billion shillings, 5 million USD.
On Coney?
Yes.
And fucking Putin's that much less than that?
Yeah.
Why was Tyler nodding so knowingly? Well, I
We
mean,
looked
Tyler's
this up
a,
recently.
Because
Tyler's
they've
a
been
bounty
talking about it
hunter.
for like the last week.
yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
obsessed with Kony, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the perfect time to take him out. How would you kill Putin if you were gonna like orchestrate a hit on him? Like, what would you do to like get close to him?
I guess like a bomb.
That's fucking unimaginative.
I mean, if you
I
killed
expected better from
Putin
you.
realistically, and you somehow managed to get out of Russia and back to the U.S. or wherever you're from, say you lived in New York, by the time you got back, all of New York would be ashes.
You think that they
They
would
would blow the fuck up out of wherever, like the United States would be ashes.
out of whose?
They can't reach us.
And they're not gonna do that after killing Putin. If Putin's dead, like he's the only one that would do some shit like
Also,
they're
I think
loyal to
Putin likes
Putin.
the cut of our jib.
that. He respects us.
Yeah.
What do you
America.
think Trump's relationship with Putin is right now? Do you think that Trump was just like, start this war, like I'll come back in 4 years and we'll fucking wreck shit.
Probably, yeah.
We'll fucking wreck shit together like old times. You think he just told him? Part of me thinks that Putin is going to bat and just doing this for his boy Trump, who got voted out, and he's just like, I've got your fucking back.
Probably. I
Like,
mean, they're probably like texting each other. Like,
Yeah,
shit,
on
yo,
the
shit hit the
side.
fan.
And that's why they're shutting down like all the texts over there, because they want them to stop communicating. That's why they shut down TikTok. So Trump can't.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. They shut down TikTok in Russia.
How crazy is that?
It's not even a bad. Like, they should do that here too.
Well, who are they going to send their videos of like dangling off of roofs to now?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess
what are
that's
they
true.
going to
That's
do
like the
with
only
that?
way that shit makes its way to the U.S.
Yeah,
Dude,
like-
I've seen so many videos like of people in Ukraine just like from Twitter.
But I feel like also all the videos I see that are going viral from the war are fake as fuck.
Oh, they are. People are like
Or just from other
they're using
conflicts.
like old war videos.
Which is pretty sweet.
It is. I'm gonna do that today.
Find an old war video.
Yeah. Except I'll do it from like a movie.
Do the one from like when people are like leaving Vietnam and they're like dangling from the helicopter or whatever. And look at the people trying to get out of Kyiv.
In Afghanistan.
Kyiv is also killing me right now. Like, dude, we don't say Paris. Like, just because they say Kyiv over there doesn't mean that we have to say it like how they say
So how
it.
would you say it?
Kiev, how we've always been saying it. We say Paris, we don't say Paris. We say like Florence, we don't say Firenze. Like we say the words in our language. We don't speak their language
Kyiv.
just to like
Tokyo.
yeah, we don't
Kyiv.
say Tokyo.
And then they had that whole shit with like the ghost of Kyiv.
Fake.
Sorry, the ghost of Kiev or however the fuck you want me to pronounce it.
Yeah. They're just trying to
Whose
be the
side are you on?
devil of Ramadi, who's Chris Kyle. Like they want to have somebody like that. They want to have their own Chris Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't? And they destroyed that plane. What is it, the AN-225?
Yeah, I mean, you would fucking know.
Yeah, war must be a tragedy for you. Just all the
All
beautiful
the
planes.
I think
All the
it's
beautiful
the
planes being
AN-225.
destroyed.
Yeah, it's the AN-225.
That's tough for you to
Who
watch.
cares about
Well,
the
that's-
loss of life?
That's the biggest plane in the world, and there's only one of them.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the size of it? It's fucking huge.
No, but there's a ton of people
And
there
those
too.
commie bastards.
in the
No.
countries.
He grieved 9/11 for the 4 planes lost.
Tell me
We
that
lost
wasn't
a lot of good planes out there.
Tell me that wasn't a 737.
Oh no. Fuck. You know how long those
You
take to
fell to-
build?
Fell to your knees in FIDI that morning. Like, there's only 6.
Well, I had to address it because I've gotten a fucking million DMs for people being like, bro,
You had to address
this
it?
must suck for you. Like, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it does suck. It's one of one.
Was it fully destroyed? They couldn't just rebuild it from
No,
the
it's
parts
gone.
that they had?
It's gone.
It was incinerated?
It's so fucking big.
How is it? What do they do with it? Like, is it a passenger plane? Is it commercial or are they
No,
just
no,
like?
it's like a cargo plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It opens from the front.
What the fuck?
Like, the whole, like, cockpit and everything, like, comes up.
oh my
Like,
god.
off.
Came.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
It doesn't
Came off.
come
yeah.
up anymore. It's over.
I mean, we
There's
should make
one. There's one that's, like, partially built.
a new one
No, it was built a while ago, but they stopped building it for some reason.
in Kyiv.
No, I think it was. No, I think it's a Russian plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Glad that thing. No, I'm not. I'm not glad it got shot down.
Yeah.
Me and the boys in our aviation were losing our minds.
Really? You're about to start your own militia?
Yeah.
They can't keep killing our planes.
Yeah.
what are like the user flares in there?
Flare is probably a trigger word for them. They can't even
I don't know.
fucking
I don't
look
know
at
what the
flare.
flares are, but I know that the up arrow is a plane taking off and the down arrow is a plane landing, which is pretty cool.
But a
That's sick.
landing is probably a good thing, though. I guess they only like planes when they're in the air. How about the planes, or like that? What's that one story of the dude who like took a plane and was like doing loop-de-de-loops? Maybe we've talked
Oh
about it on
yeah,
here.
you know that happened recently.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, and
Too
then
soon?
killed himself?
Oh yeah,
yeah. He drove it. Was that in Boston?
Some kind of suey situation.
Was that in Boston?
I assumed like
I thought he like landed
Tyler, I
on
feel
one
like
of the
you'd know.
islands.
maybe.
I thought he like landed in one of the islands off of Boston.
I feel like Boston would somehow take pride in that.
It's actually a super depressing video. So,
There's video from it?
what? You've never heard the audio from it?
No.
Yeah, there
It's super
Damn.
fucked up.
It is mildly fucked out because of the loss of plane that day.
He's having a blast,
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, he's super
Yes, yes,
coherent,
yes.
right?
and then he like starts
Yeah.
crying and then drives it
Yeah.
into the ground.
Yeah, everyone has their own journey.
Must have been
one
a
of these
blast up there for like the first.
I don't think it
30
would, dude.
minutes.
That's what I really think about when I'm on planes.
You got
he
better
was-
help this week. We actually do.
He was doing fucking loop-de-loops like crazy.
That's what I feel about roller coasters. Whenever I'm on a plane, it's like this is a roller coaster. This is like the most extreme thing that you can do. Like I don't need more. I don't need more.
Than a plane?
Yeah, I don't need more than that. I don't need more thrill than that. It's thrilling.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just so normal to people. Like, if we rode roller coasters every day, it wouldn't be thrilling to people because it's like, oh, we've done this before. There's no novelty to it, so we know that it's not going to kill us. And I think that that's kind of what's happened with flight. It's just like, oh, this shit is actually very thrilling if you just let it be thrilling. Just look out the fucking window. You're on a fucking jet through the sky.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Flight's fucking crazy, bro. Fucking love this show. Better help?
Yeah. Do we want to do the ads right now?
Let's do one now. Let's do one before we get into this Caleb interview. Or
Should we
what else
just
did you do this week?
Bang out all of them.
I think we do one now. We
Yeah, I
run
mean,
the Caleb interview. We do one in the middle of the interview. And then we do one after the interview. And then we chat a little bit more, just me and you.
What does that mean? Oh, and Tyler
Just
has
us
to
guys. No,
No.
Caleb.
We didn't hear about your like week or
Yeah, we
weekend.
don't know anything that's going on with Sas, bro. You're too humble these days.
And you got the tour coming up. I forgot.
Oh, shit, bro.
Shit, I forgot I'm going on tour.
What are the dates?
No. All right, let's do this ad.
An Aries who knows what a tour is. Taurus. Let's do these ads, bro.
BetterHelp or Rothy's?
Yes, bro. Rothy's. Yo, bro. There's something about the fucking Rothy's that have been tickling my fancy. They're soft. They're flexible. They're wildly comfortable. And I just fuck so heavy with the Rothy's. I'm off. I mean,
They're 100% machine washable.
yes.
You don't see that every day.
I have two pairs of Rothy's that I wear relatively frequently. One is like a little tan and blue with like a gum sole. Beautiful. Wash it. Stays clean.
Mhm.
Fits perfectly.
Mhm.
Slip right into that
Mhm.
thing. Wear it with long pants. Wear it with shorts. Also have the driving loafer. Driving loafer is fucking divine. It makes you look rich. It makes you feel rich. It makes you feel like a rich Italian man.
It does.
I watched a little bit of House of Gucci on the plane. It feels
Oh.
like I'm in House of Gucci.
Hell yeah.
It feels like I'm the dude from House of Gucci. Gucci.
They're knit with 100% recycled materials. Even the sneaker laces are made from plastic water bottles. Wow. I actually, when I got my Rothy's, I threw out all the other shoes in the house.
I saw that.
Like Owen's shoes, his Travis Scott's.
I saw
burned
that.
them.
I saw that. You
Well, I
threw 'em in
burned those after the incident
Yeah.
where he killed all those people at the concert.
And tell Kanye we said that about him. And tell him we're not apologizing. We stand with
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
We stand with Billy.
We stand with Billie Eyelids.
Yeah, I know. I love the Rothy's. I love the driving loafer specifically.
Yep.
They're calling it an ideal shoe for the late pandemic era.
Oh, are we still in late pandemic?
Yeah, they're calling it like the coming out of the pandemic shoe.
Yes. That's step out in a Rothy's.
They're calling it like COVID's not real. Let's hit the fucking course. Shoe.
I mean, nothing confirmed to me that COVID is completely over.
until the Rothy's driving.
The
loafer.
Rothy's driving shoe.
driving loafer.
Also driving through the South. Also the fact that a war is happening now.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't have gone to war during COVID.
No, but
They
we'll touch
wouldn't-
on that. We'll touch on that soon.
We'll touch on that.
If you're still feeling skeptical about shoes made from recycled plastic, then try this on for size. Wait for it. Rothy's is doing something special.
Okay, tell me.
That's right. They gave us the chance to share this super rare opportunity with you, our listeners, for a limited time.
Wow.
Right now, okay, only right now, and I'll say it again, right now, you can get $20 off your first purchase.
What a super rare opportunity.
Wow.
Wow.
That's something special.
That's a super rare opportunity. Any promo codes that we have
And
to
you're
use?
going to want to head on over to rothys.com/sun.
Oh, yeah, Rothy's.
I'm going to want you guys to head on over to rothys.com/sun to snag a pair of men's or women's shoes.
Because they have women's.
Because they have women's, ladies.
And we
didn't
know
forget
we
about
know
you.
you all like to wear shoes. If there's
Bitches love their shoes.
and so do women. That's rothys.com/sun.
rothys.com/sun.
Dude, there were a lot of people on this trip that were not only Son of a Boy Dad fans, not only coming up being like, it's the only pod I listen to, not only being like, I fucking love the show, I love Sass, I love Owen, I love Tyler, I love everything involved with it, but people just shouting the promo code at me. Son. They just be like,
They
promo
love
code
that.
son.
They love that.
They love when you say it. Say it once for them.
Maybe in the next one.
Okay,
Oh.
perfect. No. Don't force him.
Don't force it.
It's art when he says
Don't
it.
force
You
it.
can't
I need
force
to be
art
in the
out
right
of the boy.
mood.
But speaking of the trip, I think it's high time that we have our boy Caleb on. His debut on Son of a Boy Dad.
Yes. Owen, spin that shit. Owen, cue up the interview. Run it.
Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Mr.
Recording in
Presley.
progress.
You guys coming live from Miami?
Yes, sir. Barstow, Miami. You know what the fuck it is.
Let's go.
Where are you coming live from? The
Right
bedroom?
down the street. Yeah, my bedroom. I didn't know what kind of episode it was. I didn't know if where we were trying to take it.
The 51 stroke merch is looking is sparkling.
Old? Worn?
Dude, don't talk shit on yourself. Don't be down on yourself. Plus, you got a headboard.
That's facts. What are you guys doing? Sass, how are you doing?
What's up, Caleb? How's it going?
Good. Is this how you guys want me to do it? Audio-wise or whoever is? Who's your producer?
Owen's over here.
Yo.
And Tyler's
Owen.
also in here.
Tyler's the one who texted me, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Hey,
texted
Tyler.
you from Tyler's phone.
They can't hear you.
Tyler freaking sent a love emoji. I don't even know him.
He sent a,
Oh,
Tyler
he
sent
sent
a
an
love emoji?
emoticon. It was even weirder.
An emoticon?
It's weird.
Wait, but so how's it sound? This sounds cool, right?
It sounds good.
Sounds good. All right. Should we start now?
Yeah. You want to hop
How
right
long do
in?
you guys want to go for?
How long do you have?
Just so I know, because as long as you want, but I just got to tell Sean because I got to call him when I get off. But I don't know. I just don't want to be on the subway.
10,
So, as long as I tell
15,
him.
20, or 30?
All of those work. I'll just tell him 30. We do whatever.
All right, cool.
All right. Sounds good. Should we just start off with this, or do you want?
No, we should put this in the middle of the, or like towards the end of the episode. I think we record
Yeah.
we record this first,
Mhm.
and then do the rest of the episode, lead into it, and be like, here's our interview with Caleb Presley.
Sounds good.
Yeah, do an ad right before it or some shit like that. Anything you want to plug, bro, before we get started?
Storm Chasers 2023. I already texted Sean this morning about that short bus.
We're trying to buy a bus. We're trying to buy a bus for next year. But dude, how would that bus work if we got it?
What do you mean?
Do you need like a permit to drive a school bus?
I think yeah, but I got a year to get it. I think you got to get your air brake license, like a CDL.
But it's like a $4,200 short bus with like bald tires.
Well, it says fully functioning.
$4,200 for a bus is not a lot of money
I
at all.
know. That's what makes me spooked about it.
That thing's gonna
But
explode.
it's a fixer upper though, dude. Say they had like 10 grand for like our budget for our car, we could take that to what's the guy's name? who
West
fixes
Coast
up the car?
Customs.
Yeah.
We can talk to Exhibit about it. But your problem is though, on a school bus is like no one will be able to sit next to you.
Why not?
We like on school
Oh.
buses, it's like the stairways right there, and then the bus driver seats right next to it. Like there's not two front seats in a school bus.
Fuck yeah, I guess there isn't. Is our audio good, Owen?
Yeah,
You can
sounds
hear
good.
me fine?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
But yeah, we just got off Storm Chasers. Me and Caleb were on Storm Chasers.
Yeah. So how long were you guys there for?
Is this the podcast? Or am I still talking about my
Yeah,
plug?
yeah. You can talk about the bus. All
Should
you
I
want.
just do the plug now? Should I just do the plug now?
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
no. We're keeping that in. We just that was the plug.
Well, what
Okay.
else did you want to plug?
Well, that was it. But I was gonna just.
We
I
need
didn't
to,
know if we had started yet, so I just want to reemphasize that in 2023 we are also going to do Storm Chasers.
but we also can't be sitting on bus seats though. Like sitting on everyone just bouncing around on fucking bus seats for like 8 and 9 hour drives. I think would be fucking hell. I don't think that would be fun for anybody.
You never been on a field trip?
Yeah, it sucks. I went as a sixth grader and I strongly disliked it. It was massively uncomfortable.
Jesus, sorry.
If they trick it
But
out, if
just
they give us,
just the visual of us pulling into town might be worth it. Like we might have to just go through that tough ride just for the visual of us pulling up, and
yeah, it'd be the ultimate
it's
selfless
already
move.
yellow, dude. It's yellow like us.
It is. Did people send you that picture of that lady on the beach, that Rubenesque looking woman wearing
These
like
don't work.
a full yellow outfit? She was like head
No,
to toe.
but I saw
yellow.
I got someone send me one of Gucci Mane head to toe yellow. Same thing though, probably.
Yeah, the shit just catches on. I don't know if it's just after Storm Chasers every time or if it's just naturally catches on with us.
I was happy that on Saturday, outside of Carolina, I was happy that there weren't any major storms on Saturday. I would have felt a little guilty.
Yeah, and the Carolina one was only they just stormed the street. It's not like they stormed like a street storming would be cool, but like storming the court.
That's why I say next year we should go to Carolina for the final game because they do if you beat Duke, you storm, like no matter when it is, like if you beat Duke, you storm the court and you storm Franklin. It's like a tradition, so like guaranteed storm,
Love it.
regardless of rankings.
So, how much, like, with the car that you guys get, did you guys, like, rent it and then, like, put the stickers all over it, or what?
They gave it to us, and they're just like, afterwards, just do whatever you want with it.
Really?
It's like Kelly Blue Book, like 53,000 or something like that.
So what'd you guys do with it?
We just left it out there, Mississippi.
Damn.
It was like, I think it was like stolen. I think the dude was like trying to get rid of it. So we kind of got a deal on it, but at the same time, we kind of just had to. They said not to put the license plate in the video, but we accidentally did it.
Yeah, and like
I don't know if that's going to hurt his case or not.
Did they actually say that?
Yeah, they did
That's
tell us
awesome.
don't put the license plate in.
You guys should have like driven it into a marsh or something.
We basically did. We just left it there for some guy named Oren. Whether he picked it up or not, I don't know if he. I don't
Should have
know
took
if
it to a U.S. Marshal and got a freaking bag. We could have called that guy in. I don't know what he did. I think he might. I don't know if he stole the car or he stole something else while he was in that car, and that's the reason why he was trying to get rid of it so fast.
But it's definitely evidence. It's definitely evidence
You
on
think?
a grand scale. Oh yeah.
Didn't you guys get pulled over though? Wouldn't they have run the plates?
No, I think they just identified us by the stuff on the top. Like they knew who we were. They didn't have
Yeah.
to run the plates. They ran my driver's license and it was expired. Like I don't. They could have arrested
Really?
me on the spot. Yeah.
Damn. But you weren't driving, were you?
Oh, I was
At that time?
Yeah.
Really?
Ron also the most bold guy of all time. Like we were flying around the country. He's driving around, no license. We flew from
How
we
did
flew
you
from
fly?
New York
Don't you have like
to
7
Arkansas to
licenses?
Colorado to Arkansas. Got arrested. I mean, got pulled over, all with no license.
Yeah,
Because no one said anything.
How do you not have a license?
Or I have a.
It's
I
just
ha-
expired.
I have an expired license and I have a backup, and then I had my original, but I lost the original, so I had 2 backups, and one of them was like about to be super expired, over a year expired, which I think you can't fly with anymore. But I wasn't even intending to fly. We were just supposed to be driving across the country, but then we threw in that that little wrench and flew to Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah, to Colorado. Sass is going to Colorado this week.
I am.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. I would recommend it.
Dude, I also told the guys on the yak today that somebody on our trip turned a girl lesbian, and they all assumed that it was Chef Donnie.
Well,
You never know.
not my place to
Spill.
say.
Spill that shit.
No, it's not. This isn't. This
Who
isn't
was it?
goddamn.
You keep on
Hey.
bringing.
Mean
You
Girls.
keep on bringing it up. You're asking for someone that you want someone to ask.
No, it's just a good story. It's
This is
just
like the 10th time Rone's told us.
stories on the road, man. You never fucking know, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's a code of silence basically that we signed.
Road code. They stole Bibles. Actually,
Was
no,
it a
well, we
behind
stole
the
Bibles.
was it behind the scenes guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't me. It wasn't
We didn't
him.
steal Bibles. We took Bibles for content, which I think in 2021 is like one of the highest respects you can pay the Lord. And then the real travesty and sin, I think, was when we were leaving Chef Donnie. We were throwing away all our trash in the car, and he tried to throw his Bible away.
No, you don't fuck around with
He
that
threw
shit.
the Bible.
No.
I went in the trash and I like took, and it was in Mississippi too. Like if we had gotten like
they would've
spotted
burned
by
you on the
cops,
cross.
oh my god, yeah, it would have been
You guys would have
devastating.
gotten crucified.
So I dug in and I like took it out, and it was like the pages were like wavy from like
Yeah.
juice being on it and shit
Oh.
like that. But I put it on a park bench. Hopefully somebody got right with the Lord.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
no,
bad.
dude, incorporating incorporating a Bible into content in this year is like equivalent of like taking communion 20 years ago. Like making Bible content is basically what they've always been doing.
Yeah. Oh, and they'll try and cancel you for it too. Like there's the atheists of the world aren't gonna like that, but we didn't care. We thumped the Bibles.
What did
You notice it's mostly atheists who try to cancel people too.
That's true because they don't
You
have.
don't
any,
see
they
a lot
don't
of
have any
Christians try to
faith.
cancel.
Yeah, Jesus would never do that. But that being said, though, I was thinking about it this week. Like, do you ever realize that when Jesus came back from fucking with the lepers, that he didn't wear a mask at all? He like came back into society after knowing that he was infected with the lepers and everything like that, and he didn't wear a single mask or
They
didn't
didn't
do
have
anything to
masks.
protect himself. You don't know that, bro.
You know he would have worn a mask if he was alive right now.
Would Jesus be wearing a mask right now?
Yeah.
Or would he be? Because in the South, they don't really wear masks. People weren't wearing masks on the trip. Did we get yelled at anywhere to put on a mask?
I mean, I live in Florida. I forgot that you're supposed to wear masks at all.
They don't really wear masks here anymore. Maybe
Okay.
in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn definitely. They'll
That's
slingshot
why I
it
don't
onto your
go
face.
out there.
How many followers, like Ron was saying on the trip, like Jesus had 12 followers at his time. But like how many think he would have right now?
Like 15.
Yeah, you think he'd be niche, or do you think
No,
that
I mean,
his radical
so-
ideas would like take on, like would he be like an AOC on social media and have like
Hopefully
18 million
not.
people?
Maybe. Yeah, you'd probably have like 50 mil at least.
I think
That's what I'm saying. Like 12 real life followers back then equates to at least a couple mil.
Having 12 real life followers is pretty impressive. Like I don't have 12 real life followers. People
And those
who just
were
follow
his-
you around and do whatever you say.
Yeah, and they did whatever he said. And
Why
he
you say that, Sass, like you're shocked? Sass like, well, I mean, I don't even have 12 real life followers.
Shocking that a little guy like Jesus could do it. I haven't even done it. So let's put that in perspective for you.
I mean, Dave has like 12 real life followers.
Definitely. I
He
mean,
does.
count in Marina and Austin,
Spider, Team Portnoy. Those are his
Kareem.
followers.
Yeah, YP.
Yeah.
YP's in the shadows, dude. You never really leave Team Portnoy. It's
No,
like
you're
being a
always.
Marine.
They make you do a blood oath before you throw that hoodie on.
Yeah.
Dude, YP does like pop-up parties down here. He'll show up at a bar, like I think he charges like $1,500, something like that, and he'll come to a bar and make an appearance.
Really?
West Palm, that area, yeah.
That's kind of a fire gig.
You ever go?
Yeah, of course.
It's him and B.O.B. Just him and like rappers from 2012 and stuff like that. It's
What
not-
does YP call you? Does he call you C?
CP?
CP.
CP? What up, CP?
Mhm. So what's up, YP? What's up, CP?
YP was an all-time nickname guy.
Really?
Oh yeah, he threw around nicknames. I think it's part of being in a locker room though. Caleb put me onto a good nickname this past week. Caleb was throwing around Snipe left and right.
It's a good nickname.
What
What
up,
up,
Snipe?
Snipe?
What up, Snipe?
Say what's Snipe?
He just hit you up, and he'll call somebody Snipe that wasn't expecting it, and you could tell it made their day. They're like, me? Snipe?
I would be pumped if someone called me Snipe.
I know, dude. You should try throwing it
It's
around.
like when someone calls me boss.
Yeah.
Like the dude at the bar of the hotel in L.A. He would always call me boss.
It feels good.
I loved it.
Where'd you pick up Snipe?
Kodak Black. That's right. He actually had like when he did that little like rap song on Sunday Conversation. I actually had I took one part of it out because it was so like far disconnected from in the cadence of how he said everything else. But he was like, "When I'm Kodak Black, and when you see me, I'm white. Something I might fuck your white wife." And then he had another bar that was like, "My chopper on the roof and he playing I Spy." It was probably his best line, honestly, but it
Why'd
just
you
didn't
pull
like.
that? That's awesome.
It just didn't flow. Like the rest of it was like so musical, and that part was just kind of like didn't hit as hard. I don't know, but it was. I mean,
That's
lyrically,
sick.
it's pretty good.
Do you have any other guests lined up that you want to tease?
I have a few, but I can't. I don't know if they're not at tease level. I can say that I've been contacted by Team Hasbulla.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
that
fire.
tweet.
That's public knowledge.
Does he speak English at all?
No.
So you would need a
Zero.
translator?
Yeah, unfortunately, if that happened, I think we would have to replace Glenny Balls with.
With the translate? You
And-
couldn't
and
have
I
four
told-
seats?
Well, I've told that to a few people. I've said, probably maybe just switch out Glenny Balls for a translator. Like, no, I got a better idea. Why don't you have Glenny Balls translate? I was like, well, I just don't think he speaks Russian. But besides that, great idea.
Is Hezbollah Russian?
Yeah,
Damn. Is it a tough
They're
time?
trying to get him out of there, right?
yeah, I think they are. I think they're trying to. He's one of their greatest. Well, when they say they have like rich and natural resources, I think he's one of them.
He is the one. He is their like lone star. But I feel like you're saying like I'll go to Russia right now in a time where people are actively saying like we're trying to get every American out of Russia while there's still commercial flights, and you're just like, you know what, I'll go to Russia.
Yeah, I mean, well, those Americans who are there are probably not about to interview Hezbollah.
You think they would stay if they were?
Also, you got to take into account like Putin's not letting something happen to Hezbollah.
No, never.
And
No.
I mean, people are also taking the Brittany Griner situation out of context too. Like, she's 6'8". She was obviously profiled for being 6'8". That's why they searched her bags. 6'8" WNBA player. Do you see this Brittany
Oh,
Griner?
yeah, she got
that-
arrested for drug charges.
She's been in I think she's been locked up since February for having vape cartridges or some shit like that. But they wouldn't do you like that, Caleb.
Not if I was with Hezbollah. If I was by myself with Glenny Balls, they'd probably profile me.
No way. Glenny Balls has the profile of someone who would have been in the 1800s, a god in Russia or something like that, like a full czar. He probably has the same bone structure of one of the Romanovs or some shit like that.
Yeah, he's literally czarish.
Yeah, he's very czarish.
Wow, that was a good interview.
Wait, no, we got to do the ad in the middle.
Oh,
of the interview.
okay.
We take a quick break from this interview to
talk to you about bird dogs.
Bird dogs.
And they are a returning sponsor.
Honestly, bird dogs were my exclusive clothing of choice while I was storm chasing. I was wearing bird dogs, not only the shorts, but also the pants for the entire time. I packed a tiny suitcase, 1 pair of pants, 1 pair of shorts, both bird dogs, both fit like a glove, looked perfect, versatile in every scenario, wick sweat, wear them underneath your storm chasing clothes. They're dry right after, feels great, looks good, perfect garment.
Bird dogs are the best because they are super comfortable, but you still look good while wearing them.
That's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah,
that's kind of my.
But that's what I just said.
Okay, that's also your editorializing.
Spring break is coming, and these shorts are great for the beach,
yes,
for the bar,
yes,
etc.
etc. If you're on the dock, if you're on the bay, if you're
these are perfect dock shorts.
Yes,
perfect dock shorts.
You can wear them up in Colorado.
I could.
You probably will.
I will. I'm bringing my sweatpants. It's gonna be cold out there.
But
my joggers.
Luckily, they also make those.
Go ahead on over to birddogs.com. Enter code.
Crowed. You're an idiot.
Go to birddogs.com and enter promo code SUN.
SUN.
And they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs beanie. Damn.
Beanie, bro.
That's birddogs.com, promo code SUN. And boom, a free Bird Dogs beanie.
A beanie.
With your brand new pair of Bird Dogs. Stay warm, stay safe, stay comfortable this winter.
People say what we do is wrong.
Back to the interview.
Dude, we should go through the states that we went to though on this past trip.
Yeah,
we should give them a little ranking. We should kind of rank off the states that we went to.
Okay.
So
you want to start at the bottom with Mississippi?
Well, I think we're gonna get to Mississippi. Tyler was just telling us that that early on, Tyler. I mean, we can cut this if you don't want me to say this, but that they were offering Tyler. They weren't offering him like a full-time position at Barstool, but they're like, you can go down to Mississippi State and or Mississippi, work on the dock and like the documentary, not an actual dock. They wouldn't be surprised if they put it past him. But they were offering him $12 an hour to go down there and work. And they're like, in Mississippi, that's a lot. In Mississippi, $12 an hour might go really far.
Well, we went through a really nice part of Mississippi above Jackson that we both were like, on a nice lake. And actually, we talked about how they probably don't want that getting out. Like that's...
They hide it.
Secretive.
Yeah, that's pretty. Like it's like how they call Iceland or Greenland Iceland or like the green one ice and
Iceland
is
green. Greenland's
ice.
Yeah.
Iceland is green. Yes, exactly. It's like a beautiful place, but they call it Iceland because they want it to seem prohibitive. They don't want people to know that Mississippi's actually beautiful. Damn. Like we drove across that lake in Mississippi, and it was like...
It was a town. It was about 20 miles north of Jackson. What was it called?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like between...
Bridgehampton or something? No.
Brockhampton or some shit. We drove through Brockhampton, Mississippi, and it was fucking incredible, dude. Kevin Abstract was there playing a piano, dude. It was perfect. But let's start at Arkansas.
Madison.
Oh, Madison. That's the name of the town. Good call. Good pull. But let's start in Arkansas. We flew into Arkansas, and what would you rate Arkansas? What were some of your observations from when we were in Arkansas?
Well, I've been a huge Arkansas fan ever since I read some of the Sam Walton's book, who was the founder of Walmart, who's from Bentonville. And so that's where we flew into. And it was very random because it was 30 minutes away from Fayetteville, which is like the only town that's even remotely close to there. And we were wondering why. Come to find out, Sam Walton's so rich, and he's just from there, that whenever they put the whenever they put the airport in, he's like, let's just put it in my hometown. I'll pay for it.
That's fucking rich.
Damn.
That's real rich. Like, they shouldn't have even had an airport there. It's so out in the middle of nowhere, but it's like, oh, conveniently there's an airport right where we need one. It's just because the Walton family has so fucking much money.
That's crazy. So it's like his airport, basically?
Yeah, and fun fact, I read some of his book, and from the part that I did read, I learned that he was also an airline pilot. And so that was one of the things that separated his business back in the early days, that he was able to fly up to New York by himself and like expand and have these business meetings and fly home.
How did they get Walmart off the ground? Can you give us a little bit from the book? Like, what was he broke before he started Walmart, or was he poor, or did he?
Yeah, he was a poor Arkansas man, and then I think it was like a five and dime or something like that was the original store, something like that. Like this, it's basically a dollar store, but with dimes and nickels.
and they turned it into the Walmart empire, dude.
Now he's rich as fuck.
Yeah, I think so.
And they made
I had to check it, but
they made it seem like there's like a lot of like Walmart has like introduced a ton of wealth into that area. Like as you fly over, there's like these massive developments of like these really big houses. And so I had the wrong interpretation of Arkansas, that it would be like super country and like it wouldn't be as developed as the things that we flew over. But they said that like one of our cab drivers was telling us that it was like their CEOs like from India or something like that. Like they're like pulling people to be in their C-suite from all over the world. And it's like, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a world-class part of the world, but it was a pretty fucking sweet part of the world. What else did we do in Arkansas? We saw a couple movies out there.
Yeah, we did. We saw Spider-Man. I think the thing that sticks out to me the most, actually, is because we went to Fayetteville, which is where the campus is, University of Arkansas, and then I was asking Rone, I was like, dude, where is Little Rock? Because like when I feel like when I'm watching their football games, their home football games, they play in Little Rock. And Rone's like, yeah, I don't know. Like I remember that too, kind of. But we looked it up. Little Rock's like the capital of Arkansas, a different city entirely. Then we looked more into it. Their football team has like a dual citizenship, and it plays home games in 2 different cities. It has some home games in Little Rock and some home games in Fayetteville.
Oh, really?
A college that's in 2 cities. Like they just claim 2 whole cities for themselves. Like it could be anybody else's, but they're just like, no, we're gonna take this city
weird.
too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, wouldn't it, like if that'd be like if the fucking Knicks played in like Philly and in New York. It's
Yeah,
like you don't get to play
That's weird.
in both cities.
Do they have like a bigger fan base because of that?
I guess just all of Arkansas. I think that's all Arkansas has is Arkansas. I guess they have their basketball team too.
Bill?
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
Bill
Clinton?
They got the Clinton.
Big Bill?
Bill and Hill, honestly.
She's from
Dude,
there
how many
too?
times do you think Epstein landed his plane in Bentonville to pick
A
up Bill?
lot.
You think that Bill went back there afterwards? I feel like once he like left Arkansas, he never turned back. He never turned back to. I would love to watch a whole Bill Clinton life story documentary,
You gotta have one out there.
or not even a doc. I want it like live action. I want somebody to play him so they can like show the dirty parts of his life.
You should pitch it to Broadway.
Dude, writing the Bill Clinton play,
Yeah, that'd be
and
awesome.
having it be real dirty with fucking F.
Who would play Hill?
Would play Hill? I feel like Hill would
Lena
have
Dunham.
Lena Dunham. You said,
Yes.
or who's the girl from Ozarks? The girl with the curly hair.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I feel like
she's good.
she plays everybody.
She does.
She's gonna be
Yes.
in the Madonna movie.
She's Anna Debt-Free or whatever her name is.
Yeah, she's Anna. She was in wasn't she in Game of Thrones as well?
Probably.
Or maybe I'm making that up.
Voice actor.
We also, when we were in Arkansas, we walked out of a movie too. We walked out of a movie and walked into
What movie?
Spider-Man.
Which I still regret. I wish we would have finished that. I thought about that last night.
It was
What
called
movie?
Moonfall, I think.
Moonfall. And what happened in this movie, without getting into all the specifics, was
We can't
basically-
spoil it because we didn't see the ending. Like it's impossible.
Right, but
Well,
the
what's it
plot
about?
the plot is basically that the moon is on trajectory to fall into Earth. But we didn't finish the movie. We probably only watched like the first like 45 minutes. We didn't walk out like 15 minutes in. Like we watched like a good chunk, like the entire setup.
Why'd you guys
So-
walk out?
It was so bad. And
It was-
Spider-Man was starting. We're like, we should just watch Spider-Man.
It was so bad, dude. It was hard to watch. It was similar to Don't Look Up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like the
Rone.
Don't Look Up.
That's what happened to me. That was what's been happening to me. So I've been also trying to watch Don't Look Up, and I've fallen asleep against it twice now. It can't keep me for an entire flick yet.
So are you
But
saying it's
I-
bad?
Well, I'm keep on because we never finished Moonfall. It's still like open-ended for me, and so is Don't Look Up. So I can't remember which is which. Like which plot is which plot. It's like the same plot.
It is
Well,
the same plot.
Don't Look Up isn't the moon. It's like a meteor, right?
Yeah, but it's exactly the same thing. It's like a
Something's
team of
about to hit the
scientists
Earth,
that
and
discover that, and they're trying to get their point across. No one's taking them seriously. It's exactly the same.
yeah, it really is. But it did.
That's crazy.
For the people that said like Don't Look Up is terrible, try Moonfall. Just give it a little bit of a try because it makes Don't Look Up look like an absolute masterpiece. And Don't Look Up is Oscar nominated. Like it's like
yeah, but that movie sucks.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a good movie, but it's not.
If
like
you had
a
seen the other one,
Oscar-
it would kind of redeem how well they did with Don't Look Up.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Moonfall?
Yeah.
Watch it. I mean, it's
Why didn't you guys go
But it
see
was-
Batman?
it wasn't out
I
yet.
did. I went and saw Batman Friday. It was solid.
You liked it?
Yeah, I walked out of it being like, okay, this is like definitely not the Dark Knight trilogy, but it's still definitely worth seeing. But then I thought about it. The first movie in the Dark Knight series wasn't like,
It was
It
Batman
was good.
Begins.
but it wasn't. Batman Begins didn't knock you out of your chair.
No.
And I feel like this is kind of the same. Like it's really quality, really good. Maybe didn't knock you out of your chair, but maybe hope to go pound for pound with the Dark Knight eventually.
The one thing that kind of hurt it for me was the.
You saw it?
I haven't watched it yet, but that's like hurting my eventual perception of it. Is the clip of Robert Pattinson like talking about Roblox or whatever? You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know, no. But the thing that hurt it for me is your flashlight on.
Yeah, bro, I'm
Bro.
recording, bro.
Turn that shit
It's a
off.
backup recording, bro.
The one thing that hurt it for me was that he wouldn't bulk up for it.
That he didn't get jacked.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is kind
that
of
pissed
lazy.
me off. And all like the film people were like, "This is so brave of him. We shouldn't hold actors to these standards."
Fat man.
I was like, dude, like no one wants a skinny Batman.
Yeah, it is weird when actors are just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I think that like in what's the movie that Marlon Brando was in? It's like a Vietnam movie or some shit like that. A super long. It's like the most famous Vietnam movie.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
And he was just like, they're like, we want you to be like living in the jungle for a long time, this like skinny jungle king, and he just like refused to not be fat for it. He was like, nah, I'm gonna be fat as fuck. Rewrite the movie, and they had to rewrite Apocalypse Now like to make his to justify his character being a fat ass.
And that's one of the most badass characters of all time. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he was right. Maybe Robert Pattinson's right.
Didn't that happen in Endgame too with Hemsworth? Was it Chris Hemsworth or Liam Hemsworth?
I don't know.
What did they want him to do?
The guy who played Thor.
Yeah, they wanted him to not be.
Chris.
He didn't want to get in as good shape again, so they like
Oh,
made
really?
him fat as fuck.
Oh, that
They
Fat
gave
Thor.
him the fat suit.
Oh, that's where Fat Thor came from.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's
I could be
funny as
wrong.
fuck.
Not as fun of a story, but they wanted Nate to wear skinny jeans in season 2 of Euphoria, and he said no.
No way.
Damn,
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, making him wear skinny jeans, that doesn't even make sense.
that would have thrown off the whole show.
Yeah, that doesn't like what. Why would Nate do that? That doesn't even fucking line up.
Mm-hmm.
Best meal that you had while we're in Arkansas before you give it your rating.
Bobo's Tacos, which is right on Dickinson, which is their main drag. We went there after we tried to go to another place called Theo's, which was like their fancy spot.
We got
In Arkansas.
profiled. We got hoodie profiled. We were wearing
They-
hoodies.
yeah,
They fucking
didn't
kicked
let
us
us-
out.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't let us eat there, but we had some appetizers, which were pretty good. We had bone marrow. We had some.
Did Roan order that?
Yeah, we ordered. Yeah, I think you did.
I did. I independently ordered the bone marrow.
Roan's
after
always
everything.
ordering bone marrow.
I love bone marrow, dude. I can't get enough of it.
So
Gross.
I'll order it anywhere that they have it. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I had it with you in Nashville.
And you didn't like it?
It was okay.
Yeah, you can't say gross.
Gross.
It's not. It wasn't gross. It's unctuous, bro. It's fucking. It's a savory. It's the flavor of a king.
Dude, head to tail. You don't know about head to tail?
Head to tail, dude. You're not gonna strip the entire thing. You gotta eat that thing head to tail. You're lucky we didn't order the balls. That barbecue was also good out there. What was that barbecue spot?
Ooh, that was Wright's Brothers Barbecue.
Wright's Brothers Barbecue. And so your total grade for Arkansas, and you have to factor in the fact that they pulled us over, wouldn't allow us to go in the stadium, and basically exiled us from the state.
I give it a solid, strong 7.5. Strong 7.5.
Damn. So you liked
Out of
it
10.
a lot.
10's the best. Yeah, I did. I liked it a lot.
Because we flew from Colorado, from there to Colorado, and then back from Colorado to there. Kind of had a.
'Cause you had to get your shit.
We had to get our shit. We had kind of a break day where they could edit a little bit. We went and saw the movie.
Because when we decided to go to Colorado, Sas, we were literally just like, we went to the game. Cops pulled us over. We're like, let's stop and get some barbecue, figure out what we're going to do. And then at the barbecue place, we're like, let's go to Colorado. Then we went to the airport. Like,
Yeah.
it was like that fast.
Did anyone give you guys any looks in the airport for showing up with no luggage and wearing matching outfits?
Yeah. I mean, the guy was the biggest dickhead in the world, if that counts or anything.
Yeah, the guy at TSA was so mean to us.
Why?
He was giving people shit about their IDs, about their tickets. At one point, Tom Mullins' ticket said Tom Mullins, and his ID said Thomas, and he made him go downstairs and change the ticket.
Really?
And like they were like boarding our flight, and he made him go downstairs and change the ticket just to like flex. Because dudes who work in small airports like think that they're superheroes.
Brandon Walker.
Yeah, the guys who work in like a middle of nowhere, they like think that it's like on them to like stop terrorism, stop thieves, like right the wrongs in the world. And these people were just giving everybody such a hard time. All we had was Bibles on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We literally just had the Bibles on our backs, dude. We had
Search
nothing.
me, sir. Search me. I dare you.
That was our goal
You'll find
for them.
nothing but the good word.
We were gonna walk in with like the storm chasers coats on, and like because we knew they weren't gonna allow the storm chasers in, we had an idea, and then we were gonna be like, all right, we could take off the coats and then just have another storm chaser coat on underneath it, or like have them search us and just have like a bunch of Bibles in all our pockets and just have
that would have been awesome.
Have them spilling out of our pockets. Then the second state we went to was Colorado. We went to Colorado for a little bit.
You guys stay there for the night or no?
We stayed the night in Colorado. We went there, went right to the game. As we got to the game, they were taking the lead. Fun time at the game.
Boulder, right?
We went up to Boulder. It's like half an hour from the airport, 40 minutes from the airport. Afterwards, went out, got a beer, stopped at the dispensary.
You got kicked out. Ron got kicked out of there.
Got kicked out
Why?
of the dispensary. Bro, they're like, aren't you the guy from Arkansas? You tried to fucking storm in Arkansas? It's not going to work here either, brother. Fucking hit the road.
No way, really?
No.
That was the only place that cared about his ID. Nowhere else cared. The airlines didn't care. The police didn't care. The dispensary is the only place
dispensary.
that cared.
Really?
That's the last bastion of fucking lawfulness in America is the dispensary.
Well, I mean, I know the like dispensaries are like super strict with IDs.
We were in the strip mall where there was the dispensary, and like as we walked up, there were two dispensaries at the end, and there was like some place that was obviously like a low-key massage parlor, and the fucking door jingled, and fucking Glenny Balls just walked out of it, dude. He was with a fucking calm-ass look on his face, as if he had just nutted. It was truly incredible.
I think anytime you can say that a massage place is open at 11:15 at night for
you know
walk-ins.
what's going on in there.
For walk-ins.
It was open, but the open sign wasn't lit up. It was like they were discreetly open.
No, the open sign was lit up, but the rest of the whole place was dark.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Did we even get a meal in
Colorado?
Colorado?
No, remember we had those hot dogs right before we stormed. They were jumping up and down our stomachs.
Fuel.
Yeah, it was terrible.
A little bit of jet fuel.
And that's where Donnie shit his pants a little bit.
Donnie shit his pants?
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
and I don't blame him, honestly. Like, I know that sounds bad, but knowing how those hot dogs were feeling, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I almost shit my pants out my mouth. It was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
What, while you were in the middle of the storm?
As soon as we got there, we were just like, we were like, well, let's fuel up. Like, before we go down to the student section, like, drink a beer real quick. Just get this hot dog in our system. Like, we want to be feeling good. And it made us feel the opposite of good. It was like a gray
Bad.
hot dog.
Made you feel bad.
Bad, yeah, bad.
That's the word you're looking for?
Yeah, bad.
Brother, it made us feel bad. It was dangerous. And then on the way out, you caught one thing about Caleb is he'll find a way to mix in jalapenos with every meal of the day.
Oh, hell yeah.
My boy is fucking, he doses
I
himself.
just had a steak. I had a steak, yogurt, jalapenos lunch.
Damn, that's a power lunch.
He
Yeah.
crushes jalapenos.
That's a lunch of a god.
He
Yeah.
really does. Like an emperor. He just fucking crushes jalapenos. So on the way out of there, we got like, you got like a burrito bowl or some shit at the airport.
Guess what I had for dinner last night, by the way?
Probably steak and jalapenos, probably.
Jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, those are good as
Like-
fuck.
Like 30, yeah, it was amazing.
He crushes. You probably had 30 whole jalapenos on the. We had jalapenos.
Probably
at
makes your
every
metabolism
stop.
fast. Spicy
Dude, I don't
food.
know. It makes your poop come out fast. I actually just went to the grocery store just now and bought a bunch of peppers. I'm about to make salsa after I got off the phone with you guys. I'm about to try my own homemade salsa.
Yes,
That would be
dude.
sick.
Dude, you need to get a salsa company or something.
Will you send us like some in jars?
Yes.
That would be
yes.
awesome.
Or you guys can come down to Florida anytime. Barstow, Miami. It's right behind you guys.
Fuck yeah.
I'm about to come down. So give us your rating on Colorado.
Colorado, the experience. I mean, that was a 9.5 experience. I'm leaving it not a 10 because I don't want to give out a 10 without really thinking about it, but I don't know how it could have been any better. We literally landed, got in an Uber, went to the game. They won. We had jalapenos and a beer. Then after the game, we had an amazing night. We all went out together. The whole crew stayed together. Whole crew had fun. Some of the guys are turning Pesbians out. Some weren't. And then we linked up the next morning and flew back. It was literally an incredible trip.
Damn.
Fun time. Then we landed back in Arkansas, walked out of a movie, hopped in the car the next morning, and drove basically straight to. Did we drive straight to Texas that day?
Yeah, it was 5.5. We stopped. We got some pickled things. We got some pickled pinos, but we also got some olives with jalapenos in them. Got some. At that stop, we only got. What was it? What did we get? We got pickled garlic at that stop, which was really interesting. I'd never had pickled garlic before.
In Oklahoma, we drove through Carrie Underwood's hometown.
Oh, really?
And we also drove through some Indian reservations.
Oh, wow.
Choctaw.
The Choctaw Nation.
Choctaw?
Yeah, Choctaw. Shout out to those Choctaw folk. I didn't realize, though, on Indian reservations, I thought that, very ignorantly, that it would be predominantly or exclusively Native Americans on the reservations. But it's just other people with other businesses. But the Choctaw, I guess, has first rights of businesses, so they had all the casinos, and the gas stations were all Choctaw.
Dude, no, it would be hilarious if there was like, you know how there's like Little Italy in New York?
Yeah.
If there was like a section of like an Indian reservation, but it was just Indians from India.
Little India?
Little India?
Little India inside
Or
the
like
Indian reservation.
New Delhi or something like that?
Yeah. Newer Delhi.
The Newer Delhi.
That would be sick.
Oh, my God. That would be
Just
incredible.
a dot inside feathers instead of needle in the haystack.
Yep, that would be incredible. And then we pulled into Fort Worth.
Plano. We went to Plano that night.
Oh, that's where we stayed. We stayed in Plano.
So you guys drove for like most of it.
Yeah. We flew back to get the car and then drove to Plano and then picked up the rest of the way. And the next day drove into Fort Worth. We won't rate Plano. Plano, we were there for 10 minutes. But it was nice though.
It was nice.
10.
I liked the hotel.
10 out of 10.
10 for Plano.
You don't give out easy, but Plano was a 10.
And then we pulled into TCU, and I was a little bit apprehensive about TCU because the way we came in, it was like a dusty strip. Like it didn't necessarily. It was every store was bail bondsman's.
Really?
Every store was like a lawyer
At
or a
TCU?
bail bondsman, and like the way we came into Fort Worth, the direction that we came in, and so I was like, hey, this doesn't have like a college town feel. This doesn't really feel exactly how I want it to feel. But then
Well, Ron, and I don't want to blame you, but why was that?
because
I
I missed the turn on the directions.
Yeah, but that's not how we should have come in. We didn't come in the proper way.
I think that I did pretty good on the directions the whole way.
You did. That's why I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I was
Because I thought you did fabulous, and I didn't want to seem like I was.
being the
down. You did great.
co-pilot. Caleb would be like jalapeno, and I'd like put one in his mouth. I was like fucking flying co-pilot with
Hell
him,
yeah.
giving him all the directions the
Were
entire
you on
time.
aux as well?
I was on aux a lot of the time as well.
What were you guys listening to?
Top
Top 5 tracks. Top 5 tracks of the Storm Chasers.
What was the fucking anthem?
You are not fast enough.
Yeah. Mario Judah.
Mario, dude.
Any riders on the Storm?
Oh, a bunch of Riders on the Storm. That was probably the most played song. We listened to a bunch of Kodak. We listened to his new album. A bunch of stuff for the fellas. I'm trying to think what else we listened to.
Rone played. I don't want to fast forward in this recap, but we'll just bookmark this. That when we were in Mississippi, we crossed a bridge, and Rone played the most perfect bridge song.
It was a good
that's
ass
ever been
bridge
played.
song. We were like coming up on the bridge, and I was like fumbling. I had to get this fucking bridge song.
Yeah,
Bridge with water. I should have clarified. Bridge with water.
Yeah, not just a
Visible
regular
water.
bridge. Yeah,
Visible
a
water.
low bridge.
song?
It was a Lord Huron track. I think it was called like Into the something. I don't know. It just makes you feel like, I think I threw it on a Friday Vibes once a long time ago, but it is that vibe of like the wanderlust vibe. You going out into the fucking, you should listen to it when you're in Colorado while you're on one of your hikes, dude.
I will.
It makes you really feel like I'm on the fucking edge of the earth, dude. I'm fucking
And I had
out
just found out too that Donnie had Zins the whole time, and I didn't even know. And so I just put in my first Zin of the trip. I had a nice little solid first nicotine buzz, and we were going across beautiful sunsetting, golden hour, in some random place in Mississippi. Rome puts a perfect track on for the moment.
Damn.
It was one of those
magical.
fucking moments,
That's a core memory.
bro. It's core. That was
God
core for
damn.
sure. That was a core memory, dude. It was fucking
It's
strong.
just the boys too.
Just the boys. But back to pulling into Fort Worth. We pulled into Fort Worth, TCU's campus, drove around a little bit, got a lay of the land, stopped somewhere to eat. Jalapenos, 2 ways actually. They had jalapeno poppers, deep fried jalapenos. Went to a women's tennis match. Women's tennis was playing against Memphis. We we cheered for the women's tennis players, but we wanted to sit far away from all like the parents and coaches because we were giggling.
We
too
did
much.
it. I did. You want to sit with them.
I wanted to get the best seat possible, but you knew that
The sounds they were making in that video were crazy.
I know.
I said I can't. I was like, I'm going to be laughing. I can't sit next to their parents who are taking this very seriously and just be laughing at their daughter's sounds that they're making.
It was
They were screaming.
I think, and their coaches must coach them up that way. The coaches must coach them to scream because the Memphis team didn't scream as much, or maybe it was a home field advantage type of thing, and you gotta establish the
Primal
home field.
instincts.
Yeah, it's primal. It's like, this is mine. Because the one girl kept on pissing on the court too. It was like, it must have been some primal shit like that. She was just trying to mark her territory. Then we went into the game. Napped for a little bit at the hotel. Went to the game. It was like about tied at halftime. Something like that. They wound up storming.
Yeah, it was close. They treated us right, dude.
Is that where you guys were in the locker room?
Yes, we wound up in the locker room.
They're like happy to have us there, man. Rone gave an impromptu speech, which Owen, if you can, you should definitely. First of all, you should put in that maybe those girls, the sounds they're making on the tennis court, which were, I don't know if this is a not safe for work or safe for work podcast, but. You should try to put those in.
No, we should put those in. Yeah, those were fucking hilarious.
It was preposterous.
And then you should also put in Rone's speech that he gave to the TCU team. And I'll set this up. They just won the game. We just stormed the court. We have 2 court storms in a row. We're like head over heels. We can't believe it. The TCU people are being so nice to us. They're like, yo, you guys want to come in the locker room real quick and say what's up to the team? So we're like, yeah, sure. This is probably like 15, 20 minutes after the game's over. We walk back into the locker room, or right outside the locker room. They're like, wait, coach is finishing up his speech. Once coach finishes, they let us in. I didn't know what to think. Like, I don't know if these guys are going to know who we are, what we're doing. We first came in. They were like really – they seemed like probably at least half the team knew what was going on. And so they're like – we were dapping up with everybody. It was like really cool. And then as soon as we finished dapping with everybody, there was like a bunch of the staff from TCU was like looking at us like, all right, what are they going to do next? And then the team's like looking at us like, all right, what are these guys doing in here? Like, what are they about to do? And then we had no plan or no, like, I was just like ready to walk out. I was like, oh, this is getting awkward. And as soon as I looked to find Rone in the room, I hear some dude start a speech. I look over, Rone sitting at the top of the room, just going into a full-fledged like post-game victory speech out of nowhere.
That's awesome.
I was like making eye contact with all the players and shit like that. It was the speech. It wound up only being like 15, 20 seconds of a speech, but it was it felt weighty in the moment. It felt like it was fucking Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I don't know what we were gonna do. We just got to be like, all right, guys, see you later.
It did, because they almost like brought us in. They're like, look who we have for you guys, and it was like it's like bringing like D-list celebrity to like a 16-year-old's birthday party, and they're sitting there like what does he do? Like I guess I'm like, I know him from that show, but like what does he do? And so
that's exactly what it's
that's
like.
hilarious.
And
how long were you guys in there? Did you guys just leave after the speech?
10 minutes.
Oh yeah, a couple
minutes.
A couple minutes in there. We talked to the coach real quick. Talked to Coach Jamie Dixon, good guy. Came and shook our hands.
Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. Shout out to Kevin Funston, my buddy who fucking grew up under the Jamie Dixon coaching tree. Dude, great guy, great fucking character. But TCU is even the place we went before the game, like the hotel had like a rooftop where we kind of ate our little quesadillas. Caleb could get his jalapenos.
You gotta stay there if you're going to Fort Worth. That was a great college hotel, Hyatt Place.
That Hyatt Place. And we had a little PTSD from the Hyatt Place. The other
we stayed
Hyatt
at 3
place.
Hyatt Places. I would not recommend the other 2, but this one was nice.
That one wound up being nice. But we left Fort Worth with just a glowing feeling about it. So what would you give Fort Worth as
our experience had to been I
11?
I would give our experience I would give it a 9.0 because we didn't get to do anything after the game. Like we didn't get to experience. There's literally a college bar on top of our hotel.
Why
it's
didn't you guys get to go
TCU. we had to drive. We drove like 3.5 hours after the game because we had to make it within 24 hours to Mississippi State, and it was like an 8.5 hour drive.
Do you have any regrets with that decision?
Yeah, I would have stayed. I would have never went to Starkville if I knew they were going to lose. But I mean, we did give it our best in Starkville. And I told Brandon as we went in to Starkville, like, I hate this place and I know it sucks, but I'm going to go into it with open mind because who knows? I could have been wrong.
Yeah.
We drove out. Yeah, we drove like 3.5 hours that night. Caleb behind the wheel the whole time, just putting in yeoman's work behind the wheel, crushing it behind the wheel. We stayed in
Bossier City,
Monroe.
Shreveport.
Oh, Shreveport. We stayed in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is like a northern Louisiana. You don't really see a lot about Shreveport.
No.
And
It's probably the worst city in America.
Yeah, there could be a good reason for it. Good reason for it. The river, like we stayed on a hotel that
This is where
overlooked the
Brandon
river.
lives?
No, this is in Louisiana. This
Oh.
is like northern Louisiana, and the river is just a bubbling brown. It bubbles and it's brown.
That's
I've never seen
disgusting.
anything like that. Not even like whitewater rapids, but like bubbles, like something's like air's being released
yeah,
into
I know
it.
exactly
It has
what you mean. I can picture it in my head.
it's
A big bubble forming and then popping.
and somehow like we left there being like, this is the worst city in America.
Also, I had played there at college a bowl game, the military bowl in Shreveport. So I had spent other time there. And that kind of colored my experience. We lost the game by 40. It was raining, cold, missed Christmas to be there.
Can you tell the story about the speech that they gave, like the speech they gave your team?
I can't remember what this place was called, but basically, anytime you go to a bowl game or really a long trip in college with like a team, the first thing you do is the police comes and speaks to the team about the city. Just a quick brief, like, hey, this is what it's like. You guys are going to be here for a couple days. Go here, don't go here, do this, don't do this. It's pretty standard. So this police guy comes from Shreveport, and he's representing Shreveport. He's like, listen, we're happy to have you guys. Have a good time. There's a lot of nightlife to be had here. It's a gambling town. It's kind of like Atlantic City vibes. They got a lot of riverboat casinos. He's like, if you're of age to go gamble, go gamble. If you want to go here, have a great time. Just please do me one favor. And there's a place called, let's call it White Halls. There's a place called White Halls down the street that you just don't want to be there. He's like, trust me, it's not because I'm holding you guys from a good time. It's not a fun time anyways, but also there's a lot of crime, a lot of drugs, violence. He's like, if you do me one favor, stay out of White Halls, and the rest of the city is yours. Go have it. So sure enough, where the whole team walks out of that meeting saying they want to go. White Halls. And I wish I would have come up with another name, but too far in. So, anyways, we're that night, half the team or however many that goes out, half of them go to this place that the guy told us not to go to. He's like, it's a very bad place. Next day, wake up, everyone's like looking hungover. It's the first day of the trip, so everyone out that night before, everyone's hungover. People are telling stories from the night before, and then there's some whispers that some dudes went to that spot. And there was a full-out shooting, and people died. Not on our team, but literally they went there against the guy's advice. There was a shooting and a death.
Jesus Christ.
You think the cop knew something? You think that the cop called a
some
shot?
shit was
He's like,
going
hey,
down.
we're going to kill someone there tonight, all right? Steer clear because we have a scheduled death there tonight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just, and that colored my experience with Shreveport, but we were only there for like 8 hours, but I mean, it's still.
And even so, in the 8 hours, like I saw like a guy pulling up in front of the hotel and like a blacked out like BMW driving off. Like I went out, took a phone call. As I got back, he was like walking in with like a light looking duffel bag. Like 5 minutes later, he's walking out of the hotel with like the same duffel bag. It's like heavy as fuck. Like people are just obviously doing
up to no good,
doing bad things in Shreveport.
Yeah. Also, when I had to drive to get into our hotel, and I'm driving the Hummer, and it has all our meteorologist equipment on top. So it has like Doppler radars and like
satellite
different
dishes,
pipes and wind blowers, satellite dishes on top. And it was like one of those clearance things. And I just completely didn't think about the stuff that we had on top. I was just thinking about the Hummer making it. So I drive through and it just clean takes one of the things off.
It
And
smoked the satellite
I
dish.
smoked it.
That's hilarious.
And so I go anyways. I'm picking some of the stuff up off the street because it all broke. And there's just like needles all over the ground. I probably saw like 3 needles.
Who's doing needles like right by the entrance of the parking garage? Like they have to do the needles right there. They couldn't even get deep into the parking garage or into the hotel that we were at. It was.
I mean, I don't want to shit on the city. I'm sure it has good parts, but I ain't seen it.
And then we got to a much better place, Starkville, Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, the drive there is where you unleashed. That was probably our best moment of the trip, right?
The drive.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we stopped at another
drive.
place. We got some more pickled shit. We got it was like olives,
Pickled quail eggs.
pickled quail eggs, some lowering the bar shit, lowering the car. We
sounds
called
like
it.
Lowering the car.
It's pretty fucking sweet. We had some fucking what were they called? Some kind of pork shit.
It was a fried pork duck fat, but it was not what you would think it was. You would think it was pork rinds, but it was fried pork fat.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Pork belly.
Yeah, but it was like crunchy. It was like chicharrones, but like
Sounds
fucking
good.
Little. It was interesting. Hit this song, pulled into Starkville, and we went to a place called Two Brothers, which Brandon Walker recommended. But people in Starkville were giving you a hard time, Caleb, for your previous statements on the town.
Yeah, because the last time, Sas, I don't know if you know this, but back in the day, I did Dixie tour, and and basically what we did for that, the content plan for that tour, which was a season-long SEC football tour. I lived in an RV, and we just documented it. But the content release plan was, once a week we would put out a video called Dixie Days, and it was basically a vlog, like a music-driven vlog. And the goal was literally like, it wasn't trying to be funny or anything like that. It was just like make this school look as awesome as possible and make it just look cool as possible. Maybe some funny sound bites, but like, you're really just looking to make this look awesome.
Yeah.
So we had done that all year long. We pull into Starkville, Mississippi, and we had a plan that we would go film at the bars. We would film at a fraternity party. We would film at tailgates. You get throwing some B-roll. It was pretty like easy to pull together. But we went to Starkville, and we're trying to make this video. We're at like this frat party. It's like really bad. We're at the bars. They're like terrible. Then we're at like another tailgate. It's like all toilets. Like we can't even find like where the tailgating to get past. Like
it was all toilets.
I mean, like you walk like every 10 feet. It's like I've never seen a tailgaters use the bathroom this much. Like
Yeah.
it would be like one row of trailers tailgating and one row of toilets. Anyways, we just kept finding like all these like hilariously bad things. And then the restaurant scene there is this place, Two Brothers. And then the rest are just chains, like there's Burger King, Popeyes, Captain D's, Taco Bell.
I'd never even heard of Captain D's, but they only have it down there or something?
I mean, they have it all. Like, that's the thing. Like, not only there, but every place. If you're in the fast food industry, you have a place in Starkville. It's like being in the casinos, but like, where's your Vegas spot?
It is the Vegas of fast foods. Starkville is kind of the Vegas of fast foods. And so you made like a super cut montage of all the fast food places for the video instead of like
we basically just showed what we saw, which was like it not being that awesome, but we still put like the cool music behind it. So it was a little bit of a satire, I'd say.
Yeah,
anyways, it didn't go over well with the Bulldogs themselves. And so we're back there, and like within 10 minutes of being there, I had 3 different dudes walk up to me like, "Hey, dude, I saw what you said. I saw your video about Starkville." And I was like, "Dude, don't take it wrong. I'm not hating. I love fast food. I love fast food."
Just calling it like we see it.
I've rewatched that video. There's a funny clip where you guys buzz a kid in like a Vineyard Vine shirt and Sperry's. He was singing Bobby Shmurda word for word. And you guys gave
a
him
lot of N-words, right?
Yeah. You guys buzzed him, though. It was good.
You got to buzz him.
I don't even know what that means, but
you put like a red X over his head. And
oh, yeah, we buzzed him. Oh, yeah. That was us. Yeah, that was us being like, we do not condone use of the N-word. But honestly, that's probably the least racist way anyone's ever said the N-word in Mississippi.
Probably.
And so we went to the game. And they were losing by 20. Like, everybody at the bar was like, man, y'all shouldn't even go to this game. Like, fucking just stay with us at Two Brothers. have some more buttery nipple shots or whatever the fuck they're drinking there. I'm like, no, we have to focus on the game. Got to the game, brought it to a comeback. They were up by 5 late in the game. Mississippi State wound up losing.
Bro, I feel like you're glossing over that. It was pretty remarkable. Like, they were down by 18 points to the number 3 team in the country, and everyone thought they were losing going into the game, and we went in there at halftime. By the time we're sitting down, they're down 8, brought them all the way back to tie, then they went up 5. This is all happening like it's fast. You hear Big Cat say that Bruce Pearl was on their show, and he was like, "Don't bring those yellow guys back to any of my games."
Yeah, that's incredible. We were on his ass. Like,
That's
we were
awesome.
on Bruce Pearl's ass the entire time. The way that we get in, like, we'll walk into a stadium, and the kids right away will know, and we'll whoop it up, and they'll love it. We'll go down to the front of the student section, but, like, we're ruthless. We'll be ruthless to the players. We'll be ruthless to the coaches, and, I think that they must be able to hear us because we're yelling pointed things right at them. And the student sections are informed. Like, we got to Colorado, and they're like, 10 has a DUI. Like, make sure you, like, talk about it.
I was going to say, do you do research like it's a battle rapper?
The boys do research. The
That's
boys
awesome.
in the
They just
stands,
feed you information.
they have research for us. And so we'll get on people's asses pretty good. And it can't be fun to play against. It can't be, like, there's a reason that it works. And it's because, like, we whip them into a frenzy, and we're on people's asses. So it was a remarkable comeback, and, like, they basically missed shots down the stretch. Like,
I mean, I think pretty much they were just not a good basketball team. And
Yes.
But the momentum went their way so heavily, they fed off the energy, and at the end of the game had a chance to win it. I feel like they kind of blew it at the end. That was my opinion.
I agree.
Bad
Bad time management.
bad time management. And then they just didn't have it in them.
And they made it to
we
overtime.
didn't have it in us.
Yeah.
In overtime.
It was overtime?
Yeah, they went to overtime. Like, it was tied going into overtime. But, like, Auburn has a couple stud guards. They have the best. They have someone who's going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, or is at least being talked about being the number 1 pick. And they have, like, one of the best coaches in all college basketball. We were up against a formidable foe, and we're at Mississippi State, where it was just we had the odds stacked against us. And we almost made it, couldn't quite make it.
What was the final score?
I think they lost by like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Oh, damn. That's a bummer.
They
Didn't cover.
didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
I will say, Ron, based on that experience, I will be picking Auburn as the national champion.
Really? And that's
not an informed opinion, by the way. Like, that's the only college basketball I watched this entire season was the Carolina-Duke game on Saturday night, and then the games we watched on Storm Chasers. I haven't seen anything else.
But we saw
But
some of the best
Auburn,
teams,
I was like,
though.
they have enough. Yeah, I was like, these guys could do it. Like, they have it at all positions. Obviously, like, they didn't bend at the end of the game. They made their free throws. Hostile environment. Bruce Pearl, well-known coach. Maybe they got it this year. I'm picking them.
And in the first Storm Chasers, Virginia won the national championship when we saw them beat Syracuse. Like,
True.
It's like that whoever can beat the Storm Chasers, I feel like, is a pretty good feather in your hat. Dayton the next year probably would have won the national championship if the season wasn't canceled because of COVID. So,
You have to assume.
say again?
You have to assume they would have won.
You have to assume it. They definitely would have. You never know what would happen in the tournament. But after that, we just ate the rest of the salsa, finished off some jalapenos at the hotel, and then flew out the next morning. But give Mississippi a rating.
Mississippi as a whole, I think is probably better than the Starkville rating. I think the Starkville rating for me is pretty low, and that's just being honest. And I have nothing against people in Starkville, but the setup's just not good. Alcohol closes there at 12. Bars close there at 12. That's tough. It's college. Remember that. So I'll give it a 5.
Damn.
A
Your
5-5?
lowest score yet.
5-0, yeah. No, I would never go lower than a 5-0.
Yeah, so that's basically a 0.
That's a 0. Hawaii rule. You hated it.
Damn, devastating. But I feel like that's a pretty good recap. Any other questions for Caleb while he's on?
No, I think that's a very good recap. I think people will be happy with that.
Strong recap, a beautiful week every time. Shout-outs to the other guys that came on the trip with us. Chef Donnie was out there in a hybrid camera, social, filming role. Tom Mullins killing it filming. Trey killing it on the edit and some filming as well.
Shit.
So just shout-out to the boys. Shout out to the fucking boys.
On that
Yep.
back one more time.
Yes,
Tommy Mullins, Sheffy D,
Yep.
Trey Thang.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on,
Yes,
Caleb.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Listen to
boys.
51 Strokes.
Listen to 51 Strokes. Watch Sunday Conversations.
Watch Sunday Conversations.
All right. Love you guys.
Thanks for coming on,
All right,
man.
bro.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
Fuck yeah. That was dope.
Wow.
Wow. Whale, as
Look.
we like to say.
This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of your most important relationships, the one you have with yourself. Whether it's hitting the
Bars.
gym, making time for a haircut, or even trying therapy, you are your greatest asset. So invest the time and effort into yourself like you do for others.
Be your best you with BetterHelp.
I love BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. This podcast...
I'm one of the 2 million.
I
I'll
am
raise my
too.
hand right now.
I'll
I'm
raise
one of the
my hand
2
as
million.
well.
What I like to do on BetterHelp is I like to turn my therapist's face on and I'll leave my face off.
Yes.
And so I'll tell
Yes.
my little sob stories to them, and I kind of watch to make sure that they're giving me the right interaction that I want, like they're requisitely responding to what I say,
Yes.
and they always do. The best therapists out there.
Yes,
They truly are. Just empathetic to
Top
the
of the
fucking
line.
core, dude. It's that empathy, that emotional intelligence that they have over there.
They
at
know what they're
BetterHelp.
doing. They know what they're doing.
Exactly what the fuck they're doing, dude. Salute to the fucking homies over at BH, bro.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sun. That's BetterHelp.com/sun.
Yes, sir. BetterHelp. Better help yourself with BetterHelp.
Best help yourself.
You fucking best. It's best to help yourself.
Best to help yourself.
That's right, my doggy. So, bro,
You better help.
you better. Just too late.
Oh, you better.
Just to waste it.
You better head on down to BetterHelp. No more playing around.
Is that Dylan?
That's me. That's an original.
Better take some better help. It makes your mind have better wealth.
Damn.
I feel like he'd write some shit like that. The man with the mysterious grin looked at the lady
You don't
with
know
the
the
question on her chin.
you don't have the you don't know the first thing about
He would
Dylan?
definitely say some shit like that.
No.
The man with the hat that was pink said something that made me think. Bro, it's definitely that's all he's on.
You're embarrassing yourself.
The shark came down to talk to the giraffe and said, "I'll take a pill and a half." He didn't say shit like that?
No, dude. Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm spitting verbatim what he would fucking talk about, dude. That's what have you been doing the last week though, Sas? Fill me in, bro. I feel like I'll sometimes like go to I almost did text you. I miss you guys, but then I was like, bro, that will be looked down upon as
we would have flamed your ass.
yeah, exactly. I would have gotten flamed badly, and it would also be a moment of weakness. And so I say it in person, so it can kind of be interpreted as
And we're still
as
going
me-
to flame your ass.
as me being sarcastic, or as me just having mean thoughts. You know what I mean? Being a nice guy who just has mean things going on inside their head.
Yeah. Tortured artist.
Did you hear that was said about me this past week?
No. Who said that?
By who?
By the folks over at the Plan Brie and Cut podcast. They said, "Oh, he's nice, but he has just mean thoughts in his head." They just assume that I have mean thoughts in my head.
That's
I feel like
weird.
that's
What a
fucked up.
disgusting accusation.
I feel like I've never shown any semblance of mean thoughts to them. Do you think I have mean thoughts, Harry? Answer.
Occasionally, here and there.
Oh,
but-
really? Wow.
But nothing too crazy.
No, maybe I do have mean thoughts in my head. Maybe I was psychoanalyzed perfectly. Fucking Freud.
I think it was spot on.
Fuck,
And I
bro.
stand with Plan Brie.
All right, maybe we should have them on for Women's Week. Why is Women's Week so funny to you, dude? It was your idea. How
What
is
is
that
Women's Week?
when son of a boy dad
This
goes
is a
girl?
podcast for men.
Son, boy, dad. Men words.
Men words.
Daughter of a girl mom.
Everyone's asking
week.
for the daughter of a girl mom merch.
Merch and like because the bros are gonna wear it, like the bros who wear like mullets and like pulled
and
up
they
socks.
wear the I Heart Boobies
Yeah, the
wristbands.
the booby boys are fucking gonna love some girl mom shit.
And then Tyler and I were saying for Women's Week, we could do the audio so it's lefty or right ear. So you could just take one of the headphones out if you only wanted to listen to
Yes.
Sas and Rone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
That's
kind
good.
of choose your own adventure women's.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
smart.
Kind of let us monologue off a little bit, or flip it and only listen to the broads, women, chicks.
I mean,
Don't
you
call them
could.
that.
What, bro?
Don't fucking call them that.
They call themselves that, dude. I'm allowed to use
No.
the word. I have the B pass.
God, you're a pig.
Shut up,
No
dude.
wonder you work for Barstool.
Shut the fuck up, dude. What did you do this last week, Sass? Stop dodging the question. I know you did.
I
some
went home.
shit. Okay.
I fucked around, and now I'm going to Colorado.
That's gonna be sick. What are you doing in Colorado? Hiking, biking, pretty much any
I
white
wanna,
thing.
I want to bike, or I want to hike, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. A lot of snow. But I'm going to Denver tomorrow night after the Yak. Going to stay at my buddy Bo's.
Pretty
place.
trippy stuff at that airport, man.
Oh yeah, the horse with the devil eyes.
Is that a Dylan lyric? The horse with the devil eyes. I saw him at the airport to my surprise. That's definitely some shit he was saying. There's no doubt in my
Don't
mind.
play. Don't play.
You're just mad that I could fucking freestyle this shit that like he took years to write.
He didn't.
People are like, "Oh, he's a genius."
all
like,
of
he
his
just
best albums
talks
are over
about
the course of like 10 years.
Americana nonsense.
You're wrong. And
Went down to the diner to
I'm gonna
get a
post
steak.
this clip in r/Bob Dylan.
The lady looked at me and
They
said,
won't be
"You've
happy."
made a mistake."
No, that's not even close.
That's
the horse
exactly the
eyes was
type
the
of shit.
closest one. Everything else has been so far off.
No, it hasn't, bro. It's all been fucking extremely high grade piff. Bro. It's
did
all
he
been
only
27%.
did he only write like
THC?
40% of the basement tapes?
I think the basement tapes were written with a group of people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that Travis Scott doesn't do that, but you're so eager to
Bob
cancel
Dylan
him.
wrote all of his music, and he also wrote music for other people. Ever heard "All Along the Watchtower" by Jimi Hendrix?
Could he have written the Night
Bob
Show though?
Dylan.
Okay, have you seen how many songs Travis Barker has been on?
Yeah, Travis Barker's doing shit with
Travis
Jack
Barker can
Kays right
suck my
now.
balls.
Whoa, bro, chill, bro. He's working with Jack Kays, bro.
Travis Barker can suck on D's.
No, D's. What do you mean D's? Who is D's? Ligma. What?
Did you see that? There was like some interview with some kid, and they were like, "We interviewed Ligma from." We interviewed Ligma from Harvard University, who did not want his full name released.
That is crazy how people are that dumb or aloof. Just don't be so fucking aloof.
Don't be aloof.
Don't be aloof
You're
around
being
me.
aloof.
We're also like closing it. We're less than a month from your birthday.
We are
Crazy, bro.
big 21. Gonna go out with a bang.
This shit is crazy. Someday this is all gonna be a long time ago.
Don't say that, bro. Don't get me teared up.
Fuck, bro. Man, think about it, man.
Don't make me sad right now. A
20,
month before my
man.
birthday.
You just gotta appreciate the time while you have it, man. Appreciate the years while you're in
Goes
them.
by fast.
Yeah, man. Keep on looking ahead, and you will wonder where all the time went, man. God damn.
You ever think we could be in the good old days right now?
God, that hits hard.
What are you doing?
Fuck,
What
that
the
hits
fuck are you trying to
different.
do?
Sass, I might have a surprise party for you, man.
We got to do something for Boy Dad, not just Yak.
What do you mean?
There should be something. We should do something for his birthday, not just the
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about having a surprise
30
party.
rack
Where do you want it?
challenge or whatever.
And when?
Jesus Christ. Home.
It's
I
where
want to go
you wanna
home,
be.
bro. No, I don't know, man. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for my birthday.
How about we have you a surprise party?
That sounds terrible.
Well,
What if it's something you'd like?
yeah, what kind of things do you like? How about bowling?
You guys don't know anything that I like.
Bowling?
I keep that shit deep down.
Apex?
Apex.
Planes?
Apex and Planes themed party.
Pretty sure we do know what you like. Everyone dresses up like pilots and stewardesses. We drink like the 7 cocktails that Denzel had in
Flight.
Flight. What did he have right before the flight? Like
He
two
had a
orange juice
bunch
vodkas or some shit like that. He
and
like
a bunch
poured.
of Coke.
He poured them cool. Didn't he pour
Yeah,
them like
he
all
pours 'em
between his
really
fingers?
cool.
It's always screwdrivers, alcoholics in movies.
Yeah.
Probably because it probably makes your breath smell like
Orange juice?
instead of alcohol.
I don't believe
I
that.
never got to that stage.
I do.
You think so?
Why do you think I always smell like orange juice?
You could never hack it as a alcoholic.
Definitely
As a
not.
lick.
I never made it as a blind man.
I haven't actually drank in like 2.5 weeks. Been holding out for Colorado.
Are you being serious?
Swear to God,
You're
tomorrow's,
working your
tomorrow's
tolerance
gonna
back
be a
up?
festival.
Are you serious?
I might die tomorrow night.
FaceTime me.
Hell no.
Why, bro?
No reception in the mountains.
Facts. Write me a letter.
I'll send you a postcard.
Like at least bang out a notes app. I'll text you to just like write down like your thoughts at some point as if you were writing a letter on some like.
Rone, it's your good friend Harry. Well, the West hasn't been quite what I expected.
Air's a bit thinner up here.
Hairs have been thinner up here, and I don't know how much time I've got left.
The oysters are good.
I'm writing to tell you it's been a pleasure. That interview we did with Caleb was one hell of a way to go out.
Tell Nick and KB I love them.
Love you as ever. Sass.
Bro, you could have thrived in the Civil War. You would have probably been like a drummer boy in the Civil War.
Yeah.
Or you would have like brought people water on like the field as they were dying or some
would
shit
you have
like
been
that.
doing?
I would have fled to another country. I'd be down in Cuba, fucking sitting on a beach somewhere,
Yeah.
fucking posted up, but with like a whole different excuse to make myself not feel like a coward. Or I would have fucking assassinated the president. I don't know.
I would have been
been
one of the people that sticks their like pinky finger up and gets it winged, so you get to go home.
Oh, just you get a.
I don't know if that was in the. I don't think they had rules like that in the Civil War.
a little flesh
You
wound.
could have one arm and they'd still make you go out there.
Yeah. Oh,
That was in World War One. Was when people would stick their fingers up and they would get them shot and they would be able to go home.
That's what I don't understand in the Ukraine shit right now. What were you about to say though?
Wars that old fascinate me that they would like just agreed to wait for like a start time to start the battle.
Well, there's one
Yes.
famous battle in World War One where they like stopped and they all celebrated Christmas together, like both sides,
Really?
and then they like began again after Christmas.
Dude, I would have sneakily
Wow. Or
killed
that might have
someone
been-
during
it
the
was either,
Either, like,
celebration.
how wasn't there guys getting shots off right before the fucking whistle?
But
Yeah,
it wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't like
Right after
it
the
wasn't like
whistle.
the whole war. It was just like one area of people.
It is. I mean, when
They all shared flasks of whiskey and cigarettes.
that's pretty sweet.
I know.
But when
Must
you
have
look
been
at
awesome.
soldiers now, it's like they're not exactly like the Marines that you see in like Lone Survivor.
No.
Like they're like kind of skinny dudes who are wearing like North Faces and like
Yeah.
turtlenecks and shit like that,
and they're like
they're-
behind a laptop, like bombing.
Oh, you were saying the best recruits for the army right now would be like Tfue and those guys.
Oh yeah, apparently that's like already been a thing. There's like
Ah.
a whole book about that or something. Fucking people will piss me off, dude.
oh, like Ender's Game or some
Yeah,
shit like that.
so many comments and DMs. Oh, this is actually Ender's Game.
Oh, well,
Okay.
did you know that there's also only 7 stories ever? Like, there's 7 stories
Yeah.
under the sun. Any idea we have?
Actually, this is Ender's Game.
You're not completely original in
that,
all
a
of your
movie?
thoughts.
I think it's is it a movie or a book?
both, I think.
Every single comment on the Barstool Instagram was just, this is Ender's Game. So basically just like Ender's Game. It's like, do you guys like know they're all writing the exact same thing? It's insane.
And also,
Yeah,
we're
it's on me. I didn't realize you said that on the pod already.
Oh yeah, I think twice. I think that's the second time we've said it.
that's fine. Though we'll say it next week, and then we'll turn it into a recurring
Dude,
a
you gave us
recurring
the wrong
segment.
script. You gave us last week's script.
Fuck, bro. We do bust our ass writing this, or the writers
Takes
room
us
does.
so long to write this shit.
Yeah, they fucking bend over backwards. Funny ass writers out there, bro.
Yeah, we got a great
Funny
writers room.
ass guys, dude. Shout out to Doug's
We and Ron are just the face.
and the rest of the guys out there.
No, Rone writes.
Well, a little bit.
Well, Ron like helps write my stuff because I can't write my own stuff.
But if we're the face, though, imagine how ugly the writers are.
Oh, you don't even want to see them. We make them wear masks.
Exactly.
We make them
COVID's
wear,
over.
We
We're
make
like,
them
"Nah."
wear ski masks.
It had nothing to do with COVID, brother. Get back under there. And they're not slump gods, bro. We fucking mask those boys up.
I guess we should wrap it up.
Have fun in Colorado.
Yeah, I'll be here next week.
Buy our fucking merch.
I'll probably have tons of tales to tell.
Yes, bro. long tails, fucking short tails, fucking yarns to spin.
Yeah, Denver
boy
and
bands.
Telluride, the SAS tour.
Telluride. That's going to be sweet, man.
It's gonna be a hell of a good time. All right, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Peace. Ba-doom-tsh.